This video is going to be about 3 anime characters that deserve their own spin-offs. Let's get to it. Starting off with our first one, we're going to be talking about Levi Ackerman. Now, Levi is definitely not an uncommon fan favorite. Levi is one of the most popular characters in that show. And I would even try to say that that's like the fan favorite. Most people say their favorite is Levi. First of all, the fact that Levi is so popular, you wouldn't have to worry about the studios not making enough money because, you know, as popular as Levi is, the fans would just love that. Me included, because I would like to see a Levi spinoff. I mean, he has the tragic backstory. He's one of the best, if not the best, using the ODM gear. And he's just a very deep character that we don't get to see as much as we'd like to. I mean, we still get to see a good amount of him, but we'd still like to see him more. When I say we, I mean the fans, with me included. Also, he is related to Kenny, and Kenny had he was a very big puzzle piece for the plot. Like, without some of the things he done, certain things wouldn't have happened. So, as important as he is, just seeing how Levi, you know, would interact with him and stuff like that would be pretty interesting to see. I mean, there's a lot of different things we want to see from Levi, like, how did he get so good? Like, him training. Like, we don't really get to see much, other than the fact of his heritage of being an Ackerman and just being naturally good at things. And Kenny teaching him how to survive. Other than that, we really don't get to see his training and how he got to be as good as he is. And it would also be great to see how he met Erwin and just those two, like, way before Eren and all that, and just get to see those relationships beforehand, because we only get to see them, well, I'm not going to say too much, but you know where I'm going with this conversation. And that's pretty much what I got for Levi, so, yeah. Number 2, Jiraiya. Now, most people would like to go Minato and want to know more about Minato. But, my opinion, I would want to hear more about Jiraiya. Only bad thing about this is there was a lot more backstory for Jiraiya than Minato, but I have bias because I like Jiraiya more. But overall, I would like to see, like, just a series just based on him from birth to death. Because he has an amazing story, and just that little bit that we've seen in Naruto, I would like for it to be, like, expanded upon, and, like, so we could see it in, like, its own little spotlight, I guess. Jiraiya has also lived through a lot of big major events, so if we follow his life rather than Minato's, you'd get to see more background of the ninja world in Naruto. You would just see a lot more of it because he lived through a lot more of it. And you would get to see the universe expand a lot more. Not just Jiraiya's character, but the whole universe itself. And not to mention Jiraiya trained Minato, so you'd get to see him in that show as well. And the best thing of all would be to be able to watch Naruto and Jiraiya's story side by side, and you'd be able to, like, see all of the things that happened that were very similar, but they also had their differences. So when you would watch one show before the other, you would get more context, and it would just make the story feel more complete, in my opinion, if we could get a Jiraiya spinoff. I mean, I don't think we ever will, but it would just be a really cool idea, and I'd be up for it. A lot of fans would be up for it, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for Jiraiya. Our last, but certainly not least, Ren Goku. Now, one of the main reasons why Ren Goku is on this list is because we really didn't get to see much of him. And if you don't know what's happened to him by now, then, well, that's just your fault. But he became a donut. Essentially, he became a donut. And that is all we get to really see. We get to see him for just one arc, and that's it. We don't really get to see but, like, a few, like, flashback scenes of his, like, childhood and stuff like that. We really don't get to see that much from him. And him being as, like, you know, as cool as he is, and being the Flame Hashira, I mean, we have got to see more of that. It's just, it looks so good, but yeah, for the most part, the main reason is that we really didn't get to see much of him. and it just would have been better if we could have like seen him a lot more than we did, because they literally showed us like a fan favorite character just for him to die and us not get to see him that much longer. Like, animes do this all the time. They'll show you a character, it'll become your favorite, and then you're like, you know what we should do? We should just delete their favorite characters. That's exactly what we need to do. And yes, Attack on Titan, I'm looking at you too. I'm almost out of reasons, but I guess this will be my final one. His personality stands out above any anime character I've seen. Now, I could be wrong. There could be a lot of characters that are out that are just like him. But from my experience of watching anime, his personality kind of stood out. Like I know there's probably some that are like him, like I said. But also, there's no one in this show that has that type of personality. And it's not an overdone trope. And his personality just seems like amazing. I don't know. It could just be me, but I actually enjoyed everything that came out this character's mouth. Like, there wasn't a single point where he said something and I just didn't like it. Like, no, this is just a fun character if he's just sitting down on a train or actually fighting. Either way, he's entertaining to watch. So, yeah, that's pretty much wraps it up for Ren Goku. Well, if you made it to the end, thank you, because most people don't do that on my videos. And, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe and watch more of my videos. Till next time. Yeah.